Hey YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here, and I'm back again with another reaction video. Not of your request, on an odd day. Had some free time where I'm not doing anything right now, before I gotta do stuff later in the evening. Hey, why not do a nice cheeky video? I didn't get one out at all last week, so this one's for all you waiting around. Marilyn Manson released a new song a few days ago or something. He did a cover of the song The End by The Doors. This is a very famous song, originally done by a very famous band. I know it personally because it's in the opening of Apocalypse Now, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest The Doors fan in the world. I like their music. I like Jim Morrison. So I'm curious to see what Marilyn Manson has to kind of say, or what he can do to put his own spin on things. Any of you have been watching the channel for a while, you know that Marilyn Manson is my favorite artist of all time, so I'm very excited for this song. And yeah, you know, episode is always sponsored by RuneGate Studio. We're almost at 550 subscribers. Our short film just hit 100,000 views a few days ago, which is crazy. I'm putting together a video to celebrate that, which will come out in the next day or so. So keep tuned, stay tuned, subscribe to RuneGate Studio. Thank you for the support, and yeah, that's about it. I have the lyrics of this song here. I have the Doors version. I'm sure that the lyrics probably won't change. A little excerpt from an interview of Jim Morrison where he states that the song started out as a simple goodbye song, probably just to a girl, but I see how it could be a goodbye to a kind of childhood. I really don't know. I think it's sufficiently complex and universal in its imagery, and that it could be almost anything you want it to be. Going on to say later, sometimes the pain is too much to examine or even tolerate. That doesn't make it evil, though, or necessarily dangerous. But people fear death even more than pain. It's strange that they fear death. Life hurts a lot more than death. At the point of death, the pain is over. Yeah, I guess it is a friend. Seemingly a very intense, emotional, vague song, one that you can draw a lot of different artistic interpretations and meaning from. Again, I haven't really listened to it that hard, that deeply. I just simply know it as the opening song to Apocalypse Now. Sorry, I'll go and rectify that mistake at some point later. Either way, we're good to go, and we're going to listen to the Marilyn Manson version. Because why not? Ooh. I'm already a fan. Marilyn Manson's voice is so sick. Anyways, sorry. This is the end, my only friend, the end of our elaborate plans, the end of everything that stands, the end, no safety or surprise, the end. I'll never look into your eyes again. Can you picture what will be? So let's set free. Desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land. Ooh. Okay, pretty interesting intro to the song. A lot of characteristic Marilyn Mansonisms appearing here, both in the instrumental and in the vocal performance. The instrumental, nothing too crazy, but enough eerie kind of elements are present here. I'm not gonna continually draw comparisons between this one and the original because I don't really know the original well enough. So maybe these elements were present in the Doors version. I don't know. I don't remember. Either way, I'm saying there's a lot of eerie elements that are appearing in the instrumental. Some atmospheric notes. The percussion is quite spacey and big. As far as the vocals go, something that Marilyn Manson has been doing for pretty much all his entire career. But depending on which album you're listening to, can feature more prominently is the vocal layering and stacking. He's got like 5 different layers of just vocal fry, and then the main vocal, and then there's one where he's screaming way in the background, and then one where he's kind of just like moaning. It's just a lot of things. It creates this very, again, eerie, atmospheric, chaotic effect that I guess suits his vibe pretty well. When he gets more aggressive and he's just screaming and they bring in the really fuzzy guitar tone, it just creates this very big wall of sound and noise. But again, the thing about it is you can tell that this is a Marilyn Manson cover because it doesn't really sound like something he would write himself, if that makes sense. I don't know. Either way, it's enjoyable so far. I like his covers. I just think that ever since, I mean, he kind of peaked it with Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, right? That was such a destructive reimagining of that like synthy pop song that it really took it to new heights, and his covers, I feel like, ever since have not really reached that level of originality, but they're still enjoyable nonetheless. Huh? Okay, that was a little unexpected. Or is it? When this song first dropped, I heard about it because it was posted on the Marilyn Manson subreddit. And before I didn't listen to the song, but I went into the comment section to see what people were saying about it. And there were some people making note of his use of auto-tune and how it was kind of interesting. And I thought to myself, that's kind of weird. I kind of forgot about it. So like, why would he use auto-tune? It is weird. I don't know if it goes with the vibe of the song. Definitely not the original song. Maybe this will turn into something where it makes a bit more sense. Obviously, it's very intentional. It's very blatant in its use. He's never, kind of shied away from doing very raw, primal screams before. So it's not like he's trying to cover anything up. It's clearly for effect. So let's give it a listen again. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. Unless there's something that happens later in the song that makes there's some sort of payoff, or where it makes sense for this. Maybe it's hinting towards something that happens later in the song. But if this is just like he does that every once in a while on like a very aggressive passage, why not just leave it? It would probably be better. And I'd have everybody be like, what? He's using auto-tune? Like, what? I don't know. In this context, to me, it doesn't make sense yet. I don't know. We just gotta keep listening to the song, I suppose. I just have to say that I absolutely love the monolithic gravity and presence that Manson can have with his vocals sometimes, especially when he's entering that kind of really low, ominous vocal fry. It's like no other. It's so interesting and intriguing and sounds so unique and weird. I absolutely love it. And this whole verse here is very cool too. The instrumentation, there's like some stringed instruments going on in the background. It's panning back and forth. It's this very spinny, claustrophobic feeling that you kind of get from the recording.
The West is the best. Yeah. We'll do the rest. The West is the best. The West is the best. Get here. And we'll do the rest. The blue bus is calling us. The blue bus is calling us. Driver, where you taking us? The killer woke before dawn. He put his boots on. He took a face from the ancient gallery and he walked on down the hall. He paid a visit to the room where his sister lived, and then he walked on down the hall. Paid a visit to the room where his brother lived, and then he walked on down the He came to the door. He looked inside. Father, yes, son. I want to kill you. I saw his mother. Saw his mother. Saw his mother. Mother. I'm gonna fight I'm gonna fuck you. Fire! See this gun, son. I got it loaded with tom-toms. And if I shoot you, it will open you right the fuck up. 'Cause see this gun, son. I got it loaded with tom-toms. And if I shoot you, it will open you right the fuck up. This
So that was The End by Marilyn Manson. And I say that because it seems like he really, contrary to what I was saying earlier in the video, where I was kind of complaining a little bit that he doesn't really do anything original with his cover songs anymore. Like, you know, I don't remember what his most recent one was, but I remember in Born Villain, they, like, You're So Vain wasn't that great. The Cat People, what did that David Bowie cover? I thought it was just okay as well. But this one, this is a really, really solid song, just in general. I mean, sure, it's drawing off some great source material, but I don't remember the Doors version being nearly as evil and as gnarly sounding. Especially, I mean, I don't know, that whole, like, that verse where he has a conversation with his parents. Yeah, the whole song just kind of felt like it was dragging you unwillingly down into this dark hole, never to see the light of day again. But yeah, I have to say that the vocal performance in the song was great. I know he was kind of having a bit of little confidence issues with his vocals over the past little while, but this song, you know, as far as studio performances go, should put it to rest. I thought the vocals on this track were great. There's a little bit of everything. There was some great, really low, whispery, ominous vocal fries and just really intense deliveries. There was some just kind of straight up singing, some screams, some really guttural, gnarly yells. So that's something for everybody. It wasn't that fast paced, though there were some very heavy passages, instrumentally speaking, that were thrown in every once in a while. The auto-tune still, I don't understand really why he put that in, what the whole point of it was. Why leave that in? If it was because the vocal take wasn't good, why not just redo it and get it right? But it's so blatant that it's an obvious artistic choice of some sort. I'm just not seeing the reasoning behind it. That's my one gripe with this, is the auto-tune. I've seen some people saying they don't mind it. I don't mind it. But the question in my head is, would the song have been better without it, or does the song become better because he put auto-tune in it? The answer to both of those, I think, is no. It's a non-issue. I don't really care that he put it in, but I don't get it. And you know what? It's Marilyn Manson. Maybe you're not supposed to get it. You're just supposed to experience his art or whatever. I feel like Marilyn Manson as an artist is one of the last true... that sounds a little pretentious. But as far as, like, somebody with a name as big as his, he's one of those, like, he's a real, one of those true, like, artists who does things for art. And I don't know, like, however you want to define that. That's just the feeling I kind of get from the guy. Either way, a very interesting interpretation of the song. After this video is done recording, I'm probably going to listen to the original again just so I can see the difference a bit more clearly. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed this more than I thought I would. I thought it was going to be just a kind of another mediocre cover that didn't really have anything new or interesting to offer, but I thought this was quite dynamic, quite varied in its delivery, and I thought the performances were great all around. The instrumentation was sufficiently wacky and weird. Count me excited for any upcoming new projects. I mean, I'm always excited for anything new from him, but this is like a great appetizer before we get any word of an official album release or anything, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, if you liked the video, make sure to like it. If you like the channel, make sure to subscribe. Of course, everybody have a great day. I'll see you another day. Sayonara, or something or other. I don't...